Curry is home to around 17,000 people, and now 61 murals. When motorists exit the Hunter Expressway bound for the town, the first thing they'll see will be this, a colourful and powerful tribute to the town's smeltering heritage.
With the shutting of the smelter, it was very important we keep that memory.
The hydro smelter was mothballed back in 2012 after 40 years of production, leaving 400 workers out of a job, and locals still feel its loss.
Over $80 million a year in wages went into the local economy from this smelter. I think everyone that worked there didn't realise how good they had it until it shut. I had 31 years working out the smelter and I loved every minute of it.
The mural itself is actually, I think a fitting tribute. It's something that the community wanted.
The mural was 10 months in the making, and Caves Beach artist Daniel Joyce is thrilled to have his work featured so prominently.
Cars stopping and horns beeping and people complimenting me along the way, so of course I'm proud of it. It's a big piece and it's outside and it's going to be here for a long time.
It's in good company too. Curry's murals have become something of a tourist attraction. A little known fact about them, every single Kookaburra. Just the NBN News.
Still to come, the deadly shooting at a toddler's birthday party.
Zoom Zoom. You feel it. And with value across the Mazda range, it's time to own it. Go for Mazda 3 Neo Sport from only $21,490 drive away. It's time to own Zoom Zoom. Time to go.
There are two ways to make a mattress. The cheap way, one piece, single-sided with attached pillow tops made out of foam. Yes, Mr. Harvey, they should be 50% off. The best way, two-piece, double-sided, removable pillow top with thousands of microcoils and a 5-year comfort promise. Sorry, Mr. Harvey, we make them, you don't. The Bellissimo Duo 4000.
Making mattresses. Nobody makes a better mattress. Nobody.
Asteroid.
It's a brick.
No. There's no bricks in space.
Say what you gotta say. Barbecues Galore has 20% off barbecues. Sale on now, hurry, and Sunday at Barbecues Galore.
This is the spot.
I'm feeling it. I'm still feeling it.
We'll head north.
I'm still feeling it. Oh, feel that sun.
Still feeling it?
I'm still feeling it.
Nothing spoils that Toyota value feeling with a versatile RAV4 GX from just $32,990 drive away. Search Toyota value. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
My dentist said enamel should grate on the outside and on the inside.
Go Pro with Oral-B Pro Health. It's formulated with active strength technology that strengthens enamel on the inside, plus it protects the outside better than Colgate Total. Go Pro with Oral-B Pro Health.
Right now at La-Z-Boy's store-wide super sale, everything in store is massively reduced. Recliners, sofas, lift chairs and modulars all discounted by up to 50%. The store-wide super sale, only at Horton's, Katara and Rutherford now.
You know the most exciting thing about Ford's new showroom lineup? Trying them out.
Because talking is no substitute for driving. The upgraded Everest, Escape and Ranger have arrived, packed with tech and features like never before. And to celebrate, you can get Rego, CTP and stamp duty absolutely free.
Come and experience the new range for yourself. At Ford.
Are you getting your woolies worth when you shop with us?
I am. One for me, one for Mum.
Free. That's what I look for.
She's my special girl.
Always a great price. Always.
The odd bunch saves us a bunch.
Dropped. Shopped. We want you to get your woolies worth every time you shop.
So, what's the good news?
You're heading for $10 off your next shop.
Yes. That's why I picked Woolies.
A suspect has been arrested following a deadly shooting at a toddler's party in the US state of Texas. Police say an argument broke out between two families before shots were fired. 4 men were killed and another was injured.
mother has been forced to watch her beloved dog be bashed to death during a home invasion near Wollongong. A man armed with a spanner stormed the house, attacking the 65-year-old and her disabled son before fleeing with cash.
Bruised and battered, Sue considers herself lucky she wasn't killed when a robber armed with a shifting spanner broke into her Farnborough Heights home last night.
He had that one half open and just barged in and grabbed me and said, "I want money."
He pushed the 65-year-old over and demanded cash before her disabled son James came to help.
My son tried to protect me, so hit him with the big spanner thing he had.
The family's chihuahua, Buster, then began barking, and that's when the man used the spanner to bash the animal to death.
James said, you killed the dog, and he goes, "I haven't, I just knocked him out." I said, "He's dead, he was not breathing, so you did kill him." And he didn't really care.
Before finally getting what he wanted.
Took me into the bedroom and got the old safe and this big tin of savings that my son had been saving. Oh, it was terrible. I've never gone through anything like it in my life before, and I hope I never do again. And very traumatising for James, who's still at the hospital.
James was brought here to Wollongong Hospital bleeding heavily from his head after being struck. His family now says he's been treated for a fractured skull and a large wound. Police believe the attack was targeted, but are tonight still on the hunt.
An inquest has heard the Dreamworld ride disaster could have been avoided if park bosses had requested a cheap safety device. The court was told the system would have been simple to install and was already fitted on other rides.
These families have been searching for answers. Finally, they have some. The inquest into their loved ones' deaths has heard how a simple safety device could have prevented the Thunder River Rapids disaster. An expert report reads the primary cause of the tragic incident was the lack of a suitable safety-rated water level detection system. It found if the ride had one, it would have shut down as soon as water levels dropped. And such a safety system could easily have been provided at a minimal cost, $2,000 to $3,000. It was falling water levels that allowed the raft carrying Cindy Lowe, Kate Goodchild, Luke Dorset and Ruzi Aragi to flip on its conveyor. And although the nearby log ride has a safety sensor, when safety upgrades were carried out on the Thunder River Rapids just 7 months before the incident, water level monitoring wasn't requested. The ride's pumps controlling the water flow were 10 years old at the time of the tragedy. Their manufacturer today told the court they're only ever meant to last a decade, and after that, they need to be replaced. Michael Takak had been scheduled to check a fault on one of the pumps the week of the tragedy and says he was told by his employer,
"There's a job out at Dreamworld that needs a service call. Doesn't sound too important. They can wait a day or two."
An ambitious plan to get more students studying maths in senior high school has been unveiled by the New South Wales Premier, including a new Maths for Everyday Life course. With just 82% of students doing maths for the HSC, Gladys Berejiklian believes some might be missing out on the jobs of the future.
It's all about making the numbers add up.
If it's not working, that's
When it comes to studying maths in the final years of high school, the Premier says it's time to act if our students are to be ready for modern jobs.
I want to see potentially every student take up the option to study a maths course, because we know that all the jobs of the future will involve some maths.
And the way to do that is by ensuring that kids feel equipped and engaged in the junior years.
YouTube rockstar
YouTube
rockstar maths teacher Eddie Wu, passionate as you'd expect about maths.
Appreciating patterns, being able to think logically and to problem solve creatively, these are skills which we want everyone in society to possess.
The whole focus of this new approach is to try to stem the tide of students who are abandoning this critical area of study by the time they reach the HSC, with the understanding that to have them studying maths at year 12, you need to build the foundations in year 7, in fact, even before that. And so there'll be 100 extra specialist maths teachers recruited for primary schools over the next 5 years. A new HSC mathematics course for everyday life to be piloted next year, and more Eddie Wu-style maths ambassadors will be appointed. The opposition says the aim is admirable. Execution, a C at best, especially when it comes to extra teachers.
Getting them into the primary schools is a good idea, but having 100 people spread out over 1,400 schools, I don't know that that necessarily cuts through properly.
Eddie Meyer, NBN News.
Gavin Morris joins us now with a quick look at the weather. And Gav, it's windy and wet on the Gold Coast and the Northern Rivers tonight.
Yes, look, it's been a wild system there over the past 24 hours. The Upper Springbrook accumulating more than 200 millimetres. Rain enough to cause some localised flooding as well throughout parts of the Northern Rivers and the Gold Coast. Now that low is weakening, but it'll still be driving in those strong winds, the big seas, the swell and the showers that are extending all the way south, and still every now and then stream in across areas such as Newcastle and the Central Coast. It's a very similar situation again tomorrow. Nothing inland for now, but we've got an inland system on its way for Wednesday. All of your local details headed your way real soon.
Thanks, Gav. Ahead in the news, the new generation of crash test dummies helping to save lives.
And a truly spectacular way to view a national park.
Tomorrow's code word for today's mega cash giveaway is William. For your chance to win up to 100k, register now with tomorrow's code word.